Alright guys, what is going on? Fish King Fishing here, and today we are bringing you another video. We are going back into the best bait series, and I know in the last video I did say that we were going to talk about the best live baits for trout, but I've decided we're going to postpone that video until later down the road whenever trout season comes back in and live bait is a little more easily accessible. And so we're going to go into the best lures for trout for today. So with that being said, we're going to dive right into the first lure. Okay guys, so the first lure we are going to be looking at today is the Trout Magnet. This is a go-to lure for me, and I highly recommend you pick up some. I got a kit at a local supply store in my area, and this is a 152-piece Trout Magnet set. It comes with all the stuff you need to set them up. And if you've never seen a Trout Magnet before, I'll get it out. It's basically a little jig, but it's for trout. So this is my go-to right here, is this white. That's a go-to color. It is very good, and it works very strong. It's kind of like a little grub. It's got a little tail here that splits. You can see that. And it jigs in the water and gets a really nice action. And so if you were to rig these up, you just rig them up like this. And what I do is if I sight fish, if I'm sight fishing and I see fish, a trout especially, drop one of these in front of them, jig it a little bit, and 9 chances out of 10 they're going to go after it, usually out of aggression, I would say, not necessarily because they're hungry. But these are a great overall bait. You can get a lot of bites off of these off with the jigging right in front of their face, make them angry enough they'll take it. And so this kit comes with a lot of different colors. As you can see, it's got all kinds of different colors. The main colors I would suggest buying, if you're not going to buy a kit like this, get white. I would suggest pink and gold. Those are the 3 colors I would go with. White, pink, and gold. They seem to work the best. And so this kit is really nice. I got it for, I think, $14, maybe $15. It's really compact, really neat little kit. And I can see me taking this on some fishing adventures in the summer and just only needing this kit, and I can take a few spinners and stick them in there. But they give you everything you need to rig these up, get them started. They give you plenty of hooks, and that seems to be the trouble of these Trout Magnets, is it's hard to keep these hooks and keep track of them. You can see they're just a weighted little 1/64 ounce hook there, just weighted at the top, and however they set these up, it works. 100% support these. I highly suggest you go and get them. I can say I've caught fish on several different colors, but for me, the main colors, like I've already said, white, pink, and gold, those seem to be the ones that work the best. But I have caught fish on all different colors, and I'm excited to take some of these out this year and try them out, try some of these different colors. There's some colors in this kit that I've never seen before. I've never seen these like almost clear with some sparkles in them. Never seen that color before. There's some really interesting ones in here, but I think overall this kit is a really good purchase. And so if you have the chance, go to a Walmart or a supply store. You can find, if they have fishing stuff, they'll probably have either the 152-piece kit or the 85. The 85 does not come with quite as many hooks, which you can see on the back here. This comes with quite a few hooks, and these little bobbers, or floats as they call them, which just kind of, you can float it through a drift, not a crift, a drift. You can float it through drift and or a current, if there's a current going and swirling. Put a little bobber on there, it'll float that above, kind of give it a lifelike motion. It actually says on here, I do believe I did read on here somewhere in this that, yeah, 2 recommended methods. It says on the top here. I'm going to read you the little thing that I thought was interesting in here. And it says, do not jig the lure. Use constant small twitches of the rod tip and reel just enough to keep the lure off the bottom. Now see, that is completely different from how I fish it. Most of the time when I fish a Trout Magnet, it is jigging. And not really necessarily casting out and jigging. I mean, I have done that, but I seem to catch more fish jigging right in front of them with one of these on. And this is hooked up, so I didn't really talk about this. So basically the way you hook it up, it's really simple. You just kind of run it through the middle. So like, you just run it onto the hook through the middle, bring it down through the split in the tail, and then bring your hook out. So it'd be something like that. That's what it would look like when it's rigged up, and that's a really good lure. highly suggest you guys get some. So now we're going to go to the next lure. So the next lure we are going to be looking at is a white rooster tail, which is fairly self-explanatory and fairly simple. These are a go-to for me, especially if I'm fishing in streams and creeks. These are areas that I would really like to throw these, or in like a river or something like that. I suggest throwing these. I'm not sure what it is about them, but they are really nice. You can see here it has a white skirt attached to it. Looks like it's tied off there with a white skirt. And it's got a white body with black polka dots on it. It works really well with a treble hook attached at the bottom. And then this little, almost like a metal plate, it works really well. As you can see there, when I flash it like that, you kind of see the flash and it gets your attention. That's what it does for the fish when it's going through the water as well. So this is going through the water and that flashes and it catches the fish's attention and they come and bite the lure. This lure is very effective for all kinds of trout, as are the trout magnets, which I didn't mention, but I should have. But they're effective for all kinds of trout. It doesn't really matter the species. The one thing about the white rooster tail I will say, though, is I have had more luck catching brown trout on these than anything. It seems like brownies really like these, and brook trout are a little more apt to the trout magnets. But like I said, they both work for all species. I've caught all species of trout on these, and they do work really well. So these are really simple too. They come in, they're weighted obviously just like any other spinner. This says it is a 1/8. This is a 1/8 rooster tail right here. And the sizes I would go with are anywhere from 1/8 to 1/64, depending on what area you're fishing and how big the fish you're fishing for are. So this is a 1/8, and I would say this is generally good for almost all locations. It's big enough that smaller fish, or that bigger fish can still get it, and it's small enough to a point where smaller fish can also attack this as well, and it's not too big for them. It doesn't scare them off. So I would say if you have a Walmart near you, or a supply store that has fishing supplies, then you should definitely check into getting some of these, because these are a highly sought after bait in my opinion. They work great, and there's very few times where I throw one of these out and I don't catch a fish on it. So if you have the chance and have $3 to $4, I highly suggest you go and pick one of these up. I think they're maybe $2 to $3, maybe $4 at the max, depending on where you buy them from. But definitely suggest that you guys go pick some of these up if you want to catch some more trout. On to the next lure, guys. So the next lure we're going to be checking out is called a mouse tail. And they're made by Power Bait. You can pick them up. They come in 15-pack. And I've never fished them personally, but I have seen a lot of my friends and stuff use them, and I've seen guys on YouTube use them before, and they seem to catch fish really well. And they're really simple. I mean, really, you've got this big ball head up here with a little pink worm tail type thing going on below it. And for whatever reason, the fish are really attracted to it. And you just kind of hook it up, and you can see how it would get that motion in the water, which is really nice. These are really nice baits. I would say that you should pick these up. I would say you're probably going to have a pretty good day out on the water if you have these and you have trout in front of you. I'm already thinking right now there's a few spots that I know personally whenever I get into this season and start fishing some more, be able to get back out on the water, that I'm going to take these and I'm going to try them and see. So there's going to be some future videos coming up with mice tails in them for sure. I'm going to be checking them out, letting you guys know how well they truly work, if the guys on YouTube are duping you or if they are telling you the truth. And so we're going to move on to the last bait. Alright guys, so we are on to the final lure here, and the final lure we're looking at today is the Power Bait Trout Worm. You can see this looks almost identical to the mouse tail from Power Bait, and it actually really is pretty much the same thing. It just does not have the white ball head on top. So this trout worm is pink without the ball head. It's basically just the little tail from the mouse tail. But I've seen guys on YouTube use these. Again, I have never fished these personally. I'm going to this year and to give them a shot, because from what I've seen on YouTube, these things destroy trout. Throw it out there and there's a really good chance you're going to catch fish. Really simple rig up. Just hook the worm. Hook it kind of like a regular worm in a way. Leave a little tail so they have something to munch on, and a little bit of something that'll get some movement in the water, as you can see there, and you're in business. So yeah, that's the trout worm there, guys, and it's really simple. You can see it's a simple bait to understand. You can get them in a 15 pack. I forgot to say that, but with the mouse tails, it's the same thing. 15 pack at Walmart is where I picked both of these lures up, and they're pretty nice lures. I mean, they're soft plastic, so they feel like most soft plastics, but they're fairly durable. They feel fairly durable anyway. We're gonna put that to the test in a challenge video coming down the road. But yeah, this is the last bait, guys, and I would suggest you go and pick them up as of right now. From what I've seen, the reviews and stuff that I've seen and people using them, they do seem to work really well, and so I highly suggest you go and pick some of these up. Alright guys, there you have it. That is the end for today's video, and keep your eyes open down the road for the best baits for trout. Today we were talking about the best lures for trout. When trout season opens back up and we get some live bait and stuff actually coming in, we'll talk about the baits and the live baits and stuff like that, and dough baits, all kind of stuff like that. But today we focused on the lures. I hope you guys can take some of this away with you and you can learn something from this video. I hope that you guys will go out and pick some of these lures up. Like I said, pick some of these guys up. They're definitely well worth it. They're seriously some of the best baits I think that you can get right now on the market. And I'm sure, like, baits always are evolving, and so I'm sure there's going to be better things that come out later down the road. But for now, definitely check this stuff out. Good stuff here, and thank you guys for watching so much. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Fish King Fishing, and be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.